Yeah, some really interesting information. Because with these somatic classes, it's an exploration. That's we just an exploration in your body and going, oh, that's really interesting. And hopefully you can give it some information that can help take you out of discomfort and or pain if you happen to be there. So we were just talking about the breath and isolating in the pelvis and what that feels like a little bit, okay? And then we'll actually begin the class with that breathing. But for right now, breathe into your belly balloon inhales. And then just notice that it does it automatically. And then you can exaggerate a little bit more if you want to really feel. So with that inhale, you can feel the tailbone down and you can tell that you have an arch in the back. And now let's exhale through the mouth, almost like through a straw. So at one point, you're going to come to just neutral. And then if you keep exhaling, so the belly balloon goes down, the pelvis will automatically start to I'm going to call it tip up. And then once you're there pressing, notice no airspace. Pay attention to whether or not you're squeezing your glutes and or are you pressing in your feet? So the thing with this is there's all kinds of exploration you can do in this. Let's just do one more. Not the glutes, because I really want you guys to focus on not squeezing them puppies, okay? This is really isolated up here. So this time, go ahead, inhale into the belly balloon. Allow the arch in the back. And just from here, just notice, and you may need to move your feet a little bit. You can gently rest your heels in the ground and press up towards your body. And you get a little more exaggeration of that, don't you? And then just let the heels, the feet relax. Exhale. So you'll come to a neutral and then keep going. And you can flatten there. Now, again, nothing but your own muscles are holding yourself down there, flattening that. Just notice if you can talk in this position. So now you didn't realize in the somatics class we'd be, flattening our bellies and using our abs, but that's very much about what this class is. It's all about the core and your torso and where you might be holding patterns that aren't serving you, which also might be giving you pain, say in your feet and your neck. And just since we're here, as I'm talking, you can also gently now press your heels in the ground and gently press the feet away. You're not moving, it's just a press. And you'll get a little bit more sensation perhaps. And then just relax all of it. Nice work. Now, just for ha-has, let's just bring those legs in. Give yourself a little rock side to side. So while we're here, as you guys did that, could you feel a little bit about what I was talking about? Yes, good. Michelle, could you feel that? Thank you. Okay, great. Great. Now, one other thing that I didn't mention as we get down, I will try to remember. I just saw a few people. Again, doesn't matter, but just notice how it feels. When we're down there and the knees, our feet, knees are bent where we at, just notice too how much those knees want to open and how you then lose the activation at the groin. Now, that's just a little tappy tip, but again, it's just to recognize how the body works in alignment all the way on up. Okay, so as we get down, I'll just continue what we're going to do. We're going to start that breathing for in, for out, and we're going to expand the exhale. Then we're going to go into a move called X's, where we're out like this, and we're going to explore how, if you just take a leg out, how everything shifts in your torso. So this whole thing is called Restore the Core. We're going to be working in all these different angles from the front of your body to the back to just notice where you're holding tension and release. It's a repatterning, or as I just heard somebody say yesterday, it's the brain remembering how to act the way we want it to act, the way it should act. So feet are right under you. Just get yourself comfortable for a moment. Excellent. Just feel how your body has landed on the ground, what parts you're feeling, making yourself comfortable. And now I'm going to go ahead. You can either put one hand on your chest and one on the belly just to make sure you're getting a belly breath, or both on the belly, whatever feels good to you. All right, so we're going to inhale in through the nose, belly balloon, count of 4. Here we go. Inhale. Good. And exhale through the mouth like through a straw, count of 4. Now let's inhale again for 4. Seeing if you can expand the belly balloon without bringing the air up any higher. And we're going to exhale for the count of 5. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we're going to inhale again for 4. Inhale. Noticing as well what's happening with your spine. Exhale for 6. Let's inhale again for 4. You can tell you have to get a little bit more air in now, don't you? Inhale. Exhale to the count of 7. Inhale for 4. Feel that belly balloon expand, tailbone drives down. Exhale for 8. Notice how all of a sudden your pelvis starts to come up and flatten. Let's do one more time, in through the nose to the count of 4. And out through 8. Nice work, you guys, and hands down. So now just draw your legs down in front of you and bring them out wide and bring your arms up to like a big V. Now, if you have any shoulder impingement, you just take them to wherever it's comfortable for you, okay? I'm going to bring mine up into that nice big V. And just find yourself landed here on your body. And just notice for a moment kind of what your body feels like here, what the extremities feel like, what parts are landed on the floor. And so here's again what I want to just say before we start the movement. I want you to kind of explore, you'll do the movement, and just as a notice that the movements come from the center of your body, which is about your navel down about an inch and in an inch. Okay, so all of these moves are coming from the center core of the body. All right, and I like to use the breath, but if the breath just drives you crazy, you can let that go. So I'm going to inhale first. Yes, belly balloon. And on the exhale, I'm going to take my right leg bone and I'm going to reach that leg bone out away from the torso and allow the rest of the body to just move as it will and notice what might happen. Let the head move to wherever it wants to go. And now, inhale, bring it back to its center position. Nice. Now we're going to go to the opposite arm. So it's going to be the left arm bone. Inhale first. And on the exhale, reach that arm bone up and out. And notice what you're feeling. Let the head against go. What are you feeling in your back and on the opposite side? And then inhale, bring it all back. And once you bring it all back, completely let go of all tension. Just notice. Beautiful. And we're going to do it to the left leg. You ready? Left leg. Inhale first. Exhale, reach the left leg out. Notice, is that one more challenging to move than the other one? For me, I can barely get my left one to move. And then inhale back to center and relax. Nice. All right. So now you know right arm. Inhale first. And exhale and draw that right arm up and away. Ooh, notice how that is. And inhale back again. Completely relax. Now we're going to draw out the right arm, the right leg and the left arm at the same time. Okay, that's your X. So inhale, exhale, right leg, left arm reaches out. What are you feeling? Ooh, I'm feeling that in my left back. And then come all the way back, completely relax. You might find some things that you didn't expect. I know I am today. All right, and now the opposite, left leg and right arm. Inhale, exhale, reach. Ooh. And inhale all the way back and relax. We're just going to do those one more time. And we're going to go starting again with the right leg. Inhale, exhale, reach right leg, left arm. Reach, ooh, and slowly let it return back. Beautiful. And then switch. Left leg, right arm. Inhale. Exhale, reach. Ooh, so you'll notice like a side lengthening on one side, bring it all the way back, and the other. And sometimes this is just a really nice one, just to kind of tell what's going on in your back and different parts that you probably hadn't even noticed. All right, go ahead and bring your arms down, legs in. Let's do a little bit of a roll again as a reset. And we're going to come back into that starting position with the legs bent. So now you probably saw, oh, that's interesting, like something's being held in my lower back, maybe even in the belly, in some of the extremities, but we're going to be working now on core. So feet, you can adjust as you need to, wherever they are. I'm going to go ahead and take my hands. You can either intertwine the fingers, you're going to put them behind the back of your head, or just on the side. So you can see what I'm doing, like right here, so that you can gently hold the head. The whole idea is the arms are going to be supporting the head and the neck, okay? So just kind of putting them there where it's comfortable and landing. Beautiful. So we're going to exaggerate a little bit that breathing with the roll down pelvis, all right? So first, I want you to inhale into the belly and allow that tailbone to roll down, arching back. Inhale. If you can hold there for a second, now just notice, I want you to gently press the elbows in the ground and notice how the chin feels tucked. And now just exhale to neutral. Good, let's do that one more time. Inhale, belly expands, pelvis rolls down, elbows gently press, chin gently tucks. Exhale. Right back to neutral. And when you get to neutral, relax. Good. Notice how the knees probably want to roll out to the side. Let's do it just one more time, keeping the knees straight up. Inhale. Press elbows, chin tucks, really exaggerate almost that length, the lift in the lower back, and exhale back to neutral. And once you're at neutral, completely let go of all tension. That's really, for me anyway, the hardest thing. All right, now we're going to go the opposite way. So we're going to inhale without doing a tip. On the exhale, we're going to do the flatten of the back. And at the same time, we're going to bring those elbows up to hug the head and just allow the upper body to come up. It's like you're doing a sit-up, but make sure you're not lifting from the neck. Let the hands support you. All right, so inhale into the belly. Exhale, flatten lower back, elbows come in to hug the head, chin tucks, come up. You're looking between the legs, drop the head weight into those hands. And you can even use the hands to lengthen the neck a little bit. And then slowly just come back to the neutral point and open the elbows and relax. Beautiful. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. On the exhale, flatten, elbows hug, tuck chin, and come up. Notice no glutes, right? You're not pressing the glutes. It's lower back presses. Head is getting lifted and neck is stretched. Slowly allow the pelvis to come to neutral. The fingertips touch and open the elbows. Nice. And then let go of all the tension. So now we're going to do that whole thing as a flow, okay? So in other words, we're going to do the inhale arch and come all the way up. You ready? So inhale arch, elbows press, chin tucks, exhale. Back comes into the flattened position, elbows hug, flatten, lift. Say hi to your abs. Slowly relax the pelvis to neutral, head drops, elbows open. One more time, inhale, arch. Exhale, flatten, elbows, lift, no glutes, no feet, knees up, and slowly release down. We're just gonna do it one more time in threes. Inhale, arch. Pressing elbows, exhale. Flatten, elbows, lift, and come back to neutral and open and relax. Nice work. You can take the hands away from there. Again, just some little rocks. Just trying to remember what you might have forgotten with all of that. Now, we're going to now go on our bellies, okay? So you know what, before we do that, just draw your legs down for a moment. Arms down, palms up, just for a sec. And just do like a quickie body scan. Just notice what you're feeling in the body. So like for me right now, I'm feeling a lot of energy moving. And for me, that just feels like a lot of tingling. Just notice if one foot feels like it's flared out to the side more than the other, if you feel more open on one hip, what your upper back feels like. Does it feel open and even left to right? So it's always nice to notice so then we can notice any changes that might occur. Okay, thanks for that. Let's go ahead, bend one leg, roll yourself over onto our bellies. So now in this particular move, we're going to be working cross patterning on the back. Now you might feel it on the front too, but this is a cross pattern on the back and it's a really interesting one. So just go in here with some play. I'm going to start working my left side because it's closer to the camera. So that's how you'll know left and right if you want to follow that. So my right arm, I'm just going to put down by my side, like palm up. And on the left side, I'm going to slide my hand palm down on the ground. Elbow is like right out from my shoulder. And I'm going to allow my cheek to just be there for a second. So I'm on my right cheek. You guys, I am so left, right, crazy. So hopefully I'm saying it right. I think so. All right. Now just notice right there what you're feeling as you're there. Legs can be as wide or as narrow as you want, but probably about hip or shoulder width is good. We're going to start with the upper body play. So the first thing I want you to do as you've landed here is let's just quickly play with lifting. Like you've got your elbow out from the shoulder, right? So relax the shoulder joint there. And if I say lift your elbow, first I want you to think about lifting your elbow. And just notice what muscles start to automatically activate. Isn't that interesting? So just saying, I'm going to lift the elbow, you feel what happens. And then start to lift the elbow. And what else engages as you're saying, lift the elbow? So like you can probably feel it up in your shoulder. If you lift any higher, might go into the shoulder blade. You might feel the other side. And then slowly drop that elbow again. Oh, I left something there. And once that elbow's all the way down, I want you to completely relax the whole body. Now, what's interesting for me is sometimes when I say, okay, relax everything, I had no idea how much I had actually picked up in the body that I was completely unaware of. So sometimes just saying relax gives you even more information. All right, now what happens if I say I'm going to lift that arm like I just did, but from my shoulder joint, not the elbow? So just play with that for a second. So you're thinking, okay, I'm going to lift the shoulder. Notice what engages, and then lift from the shoulder. Now, it like the movement would look the same, right? But it feels so different, at least it does for me. And you can even feel how that shoulder, like the top of the shoulder for me, now I really feel. And then slowly let it all drop down and relax. And even like my mid body really tensed up to be able to do that move. All right, so now we're actually going to do the move, which is I like to inhale first, and on the exhale, taking that hand, and you're going to start to lift the head, elbow, shoulder lifts. So just lift straight up and notice what you're feeling, what other muscles are engaging, and slowly let it drop back down. And once you get there, it's really important, let go of everything. The let going of everything, again, is information to the brain. You're basically saying these muscles we're engaging, we want you to lengthen and relax them. And so that's why we're doing it this way. It's called a pandiculation. Now we're going to do that again, but see if you can find a different angle to lift straight up. So for me, I'm going to think about, okay, I'm going to lift, but I'm going to come up like more towards my head as I lift. So inhale. Not that you have to do this one, I'm just kind of explaining what I'm doing. Lifting up. And now I really feel that a lot in my lower back, which is interesting. Opposite shoulder. And slowly, do it slowly. Notice if there's a lot of jumpiness. That's just called sensory motor amnesia, where your body's kind of lost, the brain's lost connection there. And we're bringing it back online. And then just relax everything. And now one more angle. I'm going to do it more down since I just did that one up. So inhale, exhale. I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to lift the kind of down. I'm going to bring that elbow down a little more towards the hip. Well, that's an interesting feeling, and come back. Good work, and relax. Nice. Now, if your neck is getting a bit tight here, you can always switch and just look the other way for a few seconds or longer. So just so you know that. Now, before we put two together, now we have to take the opposite leg. So for me, that's going to be my right leg. So I'm going to think about my right leg. I'm going to kind of think about reaching the big toe away from the body a little bit. And now just intend to lift that leg, no bend to the elbow, no bend to the elbow, no bend to the knee, straight up. So before you actually do the move, say, okay, I'm going to lift that leg and start really slowly. Notice what muscles engage to have that done. And then when you're ready, lift. Go really slowly so you can feel what's happening throughout the body. Where are you feeling that lift? And then slowly drop it, which is really hard because it's heavy, all the way to the bottom. And then let go of everything. And notice what else lets go that you didn't even realize picked up. All right, so now we're going to put the two of these things together. You're going to lift that upper, the hand on the face and the leg. So you ready? Inhale. And on the exhale, reach that leg out to big toe, lifting the leg, and lift the upper body. There's your cross patterning. Notice what you notice. And slowly let it drop down. And when it hits the bottom, just let it all go. Might even want to shake out your legs a little bit. Good. Let's just do that one more time. Again, you might want to find a different angle of the upper body and see if that makes a difference. Inhale. Exhale. I might go up and lift. So I feel that a little bit more in my upper body and slowly drop down. Everything touches and you completely let go. All right, just one more time. Again, might want to pick another angle, see if it matters. Inhale. Exhale. And slowly release and relax there. Beautiful. All right, now we're going to do the other side. I'm just going to turn just for the camera. You can stay there. Here's a nice way to turn to really help your neck, by the way. So press that hand that's under your cheek down to lift the head. Bring those both of the arms up like in a goalpost so that your shoulders are right, your elbows are right out from your shoulders. And you can use the inhale, which will bring you up. It has like that lift feeling. Press the hands and the elbows in the ground to support you as you turn your neck to the other side. And then you can exhale and release the tension. That can be really helpful on the neck, especially if you have a sore neck. So you can use that. And then we're going to go now, same thing to the other side. So whether you needed to turn or whatever you needed to do to make yourself comfortable, here we are, opposite arm, left arm now down by your side. So let's just play for a second on this side. So think lifting the arm from that elbow. My brain's going, what elbow? That elbow. Notice if it's different. The connection is different on one side than the other. Pretty fascinating. And then drop it all the way down. Relax. Now let's do it from the shoulder. Okay, body, let's up the shoulder. Lifting. Might not be able to lift as high or maybe higher, because then the higher you lift, man, I am just engaging everything in that body to keep this up, and then release on down and let it all go. Beautiful. All right, you guys, you ready? So we're going to just lift up. Inhale. And exhale, do a lift. How does it feel on this side? What else is picking up? What are you feeling? And exhale slowly down. At the bottom, let it all go. Woo, super good. All right, pick a different angle. We'll lift again. I'm going up to see how that is on this side. Exhale, lift. And all the way down. And let it go. Then I might go down again. Inhale. And lift. Oh, that's very weird. I can barely lift that. And all the way down. Whoo, let it go. I hope you guys are getting as many releases as I am. And it's that letting go of the breath that you might hear happening with me. Everybody has their own sense of doing it. You might find yourself yawning, lots of different ways, maybe getting a heat wave. It's all just energy moving as you're releasing tension from the body. You might also, by the way, get emotional. That's all part of it, because a lot of our emotion, etc., is stuck in the fascia, and we're releasing the fascia. All right, so opposite leg. I like to think about taking that big toe away from the body first and then just intend to lift. Interesting. Now you ready? We're going to intend to lift, and now we're going to lift it. What else has to engage? What else doesn't have to engage but is? Where are you feeling it? And slowly drop it down. smoothing it out as much as you can and letting it all go. If you find that the lift like this is challenging, this would be a good one to do a few days in a row or every other day until you can get it really nice and smooth. It's just repatterning, giving that brain a remembering. Ready? Inhale, exhale, engage it, and lift. And where do you feel it? Like I feel it opposite lower back and hamstrings. And slowly drop. And then let it all go. All right, you guys ready for the opposing? So here we go, inhale. And on the exhale, we're lifting upper body and leg. At the same time, what are you feeling? Slowly go down, smoothing it out if it's choppy. All the way. And let it go. So if it was choppy, you might want to do that same angle again. I'm going to kind of shift a little angle a little bit. Inhale, exhale. Yep, that got choppy at the top as I went up a little bit and slowly drop. You might find, sometimes you find a lot of choppiness on the going up and sometimes on the going down. It doesn't matter. It's all just losing the connection and then regaining. One more time, inhale, exhale. And slowly down. And just let it all go. Nicely done. Let's just do a little with that neck since we've been here for a while. I'm going to open those arms up again on both sides. I'm going to take my head, tuck my chin to lengthen my neck. So I'm going to be on my forehead. So both arms are out goalpost, right? So the elbow's right out from the shoulder. The elbow and the wrist are in alignment. So, and you can adjust as needed, whatever feels. Relax the whole rest of the body. So as you inhale, now you can actually bring your breath up, maybe even rib cage. Inhale. There's a buoyancy to the inhale, and then you can press hand, lower arm, and you just get that beautiful lift. And then you can keep pressing down and maybe towards the torso a little bit and just turn the head to one side, wherever it wants to go. Don't overstretch. When you get there, exhale and release the tension and let the head drop down on the side of the face and relax. Good, let's take it to the other side. So inhale, press. By the way, I hope you noticed where you had landed on that cheek. I didn't mention that, sorry. And then coming to the center, keep that chin tucked and go to the other side, all the way to the other side, just wherever your neck's ready to go, don't push it. And then release, exhale, release tension, drop it on that cheek. And relax. Let's just do it one more time each side. So just noticing how far over on the cheek you got. Inhale, press. Keeping the chin tucked so the face is facing down. Go all the way to the other side one more time. Just to wherever it's ready to go. Ooh, I got a lot more out of that one. And then drop, exhale. And relax all tension. Notice if you've got a little bit more range of motion on the neck on that one. And we'll just go to the other side one more time. Inhale. Feel the buoyancy as you do the inhale, exhale, chin tucked, face stays down. All the way to the other side. And when you're there, think, exhale, release the tension on the hands and the arms and drop on down. Then inhale, press up so the head is facing right down center stage. Bring the hands in next to your ribs. And let's come back into a bit of a child's pose stretch. You can even lift the tail a little bit, curl that tailbone under. Press the arms into the ground, kind of towards your torso, and then drop the tail, arch, and press the hands away. Just another way to do it. One more time, push the hands in towards the body, lift the tail, really curl the pelvis under, you can tuck, and then reverse, switch, and arch. Nice work. Now we're going onto our sides, you guys. So gently bring yourself back up, maybe cat-cow, and come on over to your sides. Grab something to drink. Give me a thumbs up. Everybody feeling okay? You feeling pretty relaxed? Yeah, nice. All right, then we'll go on to our side. I think I'm gonna grab a pillow for this one. So we've done very similar, if not kind of the same thing on this side one. But because we're doing Restore the Core, the side is all a part of it, is it not? So we're going to do this one again. So you want to be here. I have this arm straight out from the shoulder, kind of get yourself in a place that it's comfortable. And 90 degrees. So the legs, knees are right out from the hips, knees and ankles in alignment. Good work. You can even put your hand right here, top of hip. What we're going to be doing then is releasing whatever tensions we have here in the side body. So that's the kind of the focus. So keeping the knees together, slowly put your hand up here at your wrist, just so you can just feel it. You do want to be right, stacked. So go ahead and just lift the lower leg straight up. Now make sure you don't take the foot back, right? It's a straight up. And what that's going to do is lift the hip, and you're going to feel that rib and hip together. Good. And bring it back down. Slow. And so notice as you bring it back down that the hip goes back. Let's just do that one more time. Lifting it up, just to get a sense of it. And bringing it back down. Now you may feel something, or you may not feel a whole lot. You might even want to just drop the hip down a little bit just to get that sense of it. Now we're going to take that top hand, and you're going to come right around like a headband to the top by your ear and drop it down. Lift the head gently, just a little bit, and then drop the head weight into your hand. Because just like the other one, the head, you're not lifting from the head and neck. Okay? The hand is supporting everything. So let's do it together. So as you slowly lift that lower leg, lift the upper back too. Drop the head weight into the hand and come up. So now it's like upper body is now coming down to meet lower. And then slowly lower both of them. Go a little slower, Carolyn, if you can. There you go at the end. Beautiful. Let's inhale. Do that one more time. Exhale. What you also might notice is that as we contract on this side, you're actually lengthening the other side, right? Because everything works together. Slowly down. If you feel choppiness, see if you can smooth it out. And at the bottom, you can relax. Now we're going to do it 2 more times. Each time we're going to do a different angle, okay? So on this one, as we lift, go ahead, lift that lower leg, lift the head with the hand, but now roll the upper body down more towards that outstretched arm. Just kind of play and see if there's a place that you're like, ooh, I can feel that. And then come all the way back slow to the starting position. And completely let go of all the tension. Good. So just giving you a little more information. Now on this next one, let's go ahead and do the same thing to start. Inhale, lift, lift. Good. Now upper body's going to drop back. And you can straighten that top leg out to the front. So you're going to get a bit of a twist. Notice what you feel. And you can even stay here for a breath or two. Relaxing in that position. So man, I've got a lot of stuff going on all up in here. You might as well. Beautiful work. And then just bring the leg back and the upper body goes slowly. Relax. And let's just go one more time right where we're at. Check that your legs haven't dropped down because they will tend to. So bring them back up. Last one. Inhale, come up. Notice if it feels any different now. And slowly down. Beautiful. And let it all go. Nicely done, you guys. Now we're going to go to the other side. Before we do, though, let's just slide onto our backs for a moment. Just clothing adjustment. Palms up and just lay here for a second. And just notice what you might be feeling. And if you notice anything different from the first time we were kind of down here. Again, feet, do the feet feel like they're angled out one more than the other? Good, checking knees, coming up in the hips. Does one feel like it's more open than the other? Upper body. So all this was really working on the torso, releasing all those patternings. So that might feel a little different, which might translate into upper back, shoulder, and neck. And you might even want to just do your neck side to side. Does it feel a little looser? Beautiful. All right. And now we're going to go to the other side and do side stretch on that side. Because this is really some neurological work, doing those body scans are really important because that's how the brain learns. It learns through contrast, which is kind of interesting. So, well, I know it can be like, oh, geez, let's just keep moving. Or maybe that's just me. Is that just a projection? Probably. That's the me. That's the let's keep moving person. And in reality, it's not really hasn't served me so well. Just saying. All right. So here we go. Feel yourself landing here on the side. And let's just start. I like to put my hand up here at the hip just to feel this. So keeping the knees together, lifting that lower leg straight up, feeling the hip coming up underneath that shoulder, the rib cage, and slowly dropping it down. Noticing, did that feel different on that side than the other side? Good. How about just one more time? Just getting the brain connected. Slowly lifting. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. And slowly dropping. And then we're kind of letting it go. Nice top arm. We're bringing it up and around by the head, little headband, elbow straight up. Just take a moment and lift the head a little bit and let it drop into the hand. So you get that sensation, okay? It's real important. All right, so now we're gonna inhale, exhale, knees together, lift the lower leg and the upper back. Again, we're looking at what do we feel here on our sides? How high can you lift that leg? Yeah, where do you need to lift it to start to really feel something? And then slowly lowering back down. Beautiful. Notice if it's choppy and then relax. Beautiful. Now let's do a different angle. I'm going to allow my upper body to roll down towards the floor in the front. So here we go. Inhale, come up. I like to come up first and then bring it over. And so if that doesn't work for you, it's fine. You do not have to do what I'm doing. I'm giving you some examples. If you kind of, oh, right there is interesting. And then slowly bring it back. Think you might know in your body, oh yeah, right there is always trouble. I always feel that. Then, you might want to do that one again another 1 or 2 times. So on this one, for time's sake, I'm going to do the one where I roll my upper body back and the top leg's going to straighten. So come up first. Good. And then you can let that leg straighten in the front and allow the upper body to roll back. Maybe take a deep breath there and exhale. Let's see if with the exhale you can just get some more information there. Nice. And then let's just bring it all back to the center. And let go of all the tension. I'm just going to do one more straight up. If you have an angle you'd like to try on this last one, go ahead. Make sure the knees are up. You ready? Inhale and exhale. I find myself really trying to lift my head with my head. So on this one, I'm really letting that head relax into the hand. Just sharing if that happens to be you. And I want to just drop my head, so I'm letting my hand really support and release. Beautiful, you guys. So good. All right. So now we really have one more part of the flow for Restore the Core, and that's going to be start back on our backs. So you can take a moment, get that on your back. Legs are bent. You'll get your feet kind of where they're positioned nicely and you feel good. Now, we did a lot of cross patterning on the back when we were lifting the head with the cheek. So now we're cross patterning the front by doing essentially crossed sit-ups, okay? So here's what we're gonna do. I want you to take one hand, so I'm gonna start with my, what is this, my right? Behind the head, elbows straight out, good. And we're gonna do the arch flatten. And you know, when we do like that curl up, I'm gonna take this elbow, I'm just gonna lift the opposite knee and we're gonna come in. And we're gonna do it each time to a little bit different angle. So that way you kind of get what we're doing. All right, so here we are. I want you to inhale, belly balloon, allow the tailbone to roll down so you're arching the back, and at the same time, gently press the elbow down and your eyeballs are looking at that elbow. Exhale, flatten, don't use your glutes, just flatten your back. Elbow comes up to hug this head, knee comes up. You can use the opposite hand just for support of that, and just come over, cross pattern, and then drop all the way down again, gently, and release all the tension. Excellent, let's do it again. Inhale, arch, press elbow. Exhale, straighten, elbow comes up, knee comes up, and this time I'm going to go onto the inside of that knee and slowly release. All the way down. And can you just let go of all the tension? On this next one for me, I'm going to take it all the way across, pass to the outside of that knee. Inhale, arch, press. I'm feeling that shoulder blade too. Exhale, flatten, elbow comes up, knee comes up, and I'm gonna do a really good curl right here. Ooh, and then slowly bring it back. And let it go. Nice work. So if you found one area that was challenging, you can always come back, stay and do a little bit more of that. I'm gonna go ahead and switch the arms now. Take that arm down, other arm behind, the elbow out. My head is looking at the elbow. You ready? Inhale, arch. Gently pressing the elbow. Exhale, flatten. Elbow comes up by the ear, opposite knee comes up. I'm going to come right towards that knee and slowly release it. Remembering always to keep the knees straight up and relax when you come over. Good. Inhale, arch, press. Exhale, flatten, elbow. And I'm going to go to the inside of this leg this time. And then slowly come back. And this last time, I'm going to go kind of down towards the torso almost, but on the opposite side of that leg. Inhale, arch. And exhale, press, elbow comes up. Ooh, so good. And drop. And open the elbow. And we've done 3 on that side, so that is good. Dropping those arms down. Nice work. Let's just bring these legs up one more time with a nice little rock. Oh, yeah. And some circles. And just notice, how does that torso feel now? Especially as you go through today, just kind of notice and love some feedback. So to end this, I'm just going to let us just draw down. I'm going to talk through a nice body scan, and then I'm going to leave you so you can just relax into that. But would love any feedback. If you'd send me an email, I would love that. So feet back down, legs back out, arms at your side, palms up, shutting eyes. Let's just do a nice deep breath into the belly. And then exhale out. You do 2 more breaths, and with each breath, just find yourself sinking more into the ground. Inhale. Exhale. And relax, relax, relax. Inhale. Notice if even your inhale is choppy. Can you relax those belly muscles and smooth it out? Exhale. Beautiful. Just putting some focused attention down by your toes. And I'm going to do both sides at the same time today. And then bring the focus up into the balls of your feet, the instep, the heels, into the ankles. Just notice, what are you feeling? Bring that focus up into your calves, up into the knees. Give the knees a bit of love. I really think I love you, knees. I love you, lower legs. Bringing your focus up above the knees into the quads, and then behind into the hamstrings. Bringing that focus up into the groin. I love you, groin. All the way up into the tush. Allowing that tush to just relax. And into the belly, relax. And just drawing your focus up into the middle of the torso, all the way up under the rib cage, up into your heart and chest and breast area, sending much love to that whole area. I love you. I love your organs. You might even want to smile. Put a smile on your face as you do it. I know to some of you this might sound kind of crazy, but actually, where you put your focus, right? Don't we say where your energy goes is where your focus is where your energy goes. And so as we focus, that's where we're putting our chi, our good juju, our smiles, and it all makes a difference. How about up into the neck and shoulders? Oh my goodness, just thank them. And tell neck and shoulders, you know what, honestly, you can relax and allow the weight of the world to slide off. Let's have the weight of the world just drain straight down into the earth and allow Mother Earth to transform all that tension. Let it go. Bringing your focus down the arms, down through the elbows and the forearms, down into those incredible hands. Oh my goodness, every digit, the thumbs, the pointers, the big finger, the ring, the pinky, the palms of those hands. How much work they do for us every day. Give them love. Beautiful. And now let's just give some more love to that neck. That neck that holds up that 12 pounds of incredible cranium that we walk around thinking is us. Relaxing the face. Just let all the tension in the face go. We're so busy trying to tighten up the skin and mad at the skin and all that stuff. But you know what? If we can just relax it. Back of head. Breathing into the belly and exhaling and just melting. Allow your whole body to melt down into the earth. And as you go down into Middle Earth, just visualize this beautiful pair of women's hands, just waiting for you to sink down so she can hold you and support you and allow you to simply be the magnificent human that you are. Just stay there and breathe. And thank you all so much for sharing this time with me. Sending you all much love.